Yo, welcome to Bhillz live stream, man, powered by Quality Music Management. We are here with the one and only Joker Shadow Walker, man. I appreciate you joining us today. This New Year's, man. Happy New Year's to you, man.
Appreciate you having me, man.
For sure.
Shows over the years, but hey, it's a new, not only a new year, but a lot of new things coming.
Hell yeah. And we definitely gonna talk about it, man. So before we do that, let's play this song. Tell us a little bit about this 1G before we play it.
1G is actually what kind of really. I've been doing music for a couple years, but this particular song actually kind of spawned my clothing, which we'll get into here shortly.
For sure, for sure. We'll definitely get into all that. So we'll play this first.
The idea it was the initial inspiration, which, like I said, we'll get into the story behind not just the 1G brand, but Dirty Graffiti, One Zone, and all that. So.
For sure. So we'll be right back and we'll talk about it right after this, man. This is 1G Joker Shadow Walker. You can find us on YouTube.
I'm going hard for this bag. I need this money. Tired of living in the gutter. That's why I work crazy hours. Day in, day out. Acting like everything okay. I don't flex, no chains. I wear a pendant with a string on it. Crepe me on drip. I rock and bounce to my own beat. Hey, yo. 1G, 1G. I'm 1G. I'm coming straight back to ditch. 1G, 1G. I'm 1G. I'm coming straight out the ditch. 1G. Who you think you is coming to me talking like I'm trash? That's how you get your ass split. Maybe I stayed humble for too long. Maybe I'll let y'all get away with it far too long. I'ma take them shot, bro. I'm coming back hard with it. Get down right, grab me with it. 1G, 1G. I'm 1G. I'm coming straight out the ditch. 1G, 1G. I'm 1G. I'm coming straight out the ditch. 1G, 1G. I work real hard, I stack that paper, build yourself up. You, me, we ain't gotta be what they think they made us. But what we got that 1G. That's where we rock that hood cream. Create your own drip. I'm one of the few to say don't stop. Too many gatekeepers trying to stop you. I'm here doing the damn thing just like you. I'm here to fight for you. That's why I stand 10 toes down, G. 1G. 1G, I'm 1G, I'm coming straight out the ditch. 1G, 1G, I'm 1G, I'm coming straight out the ditch. 1G, 1G. Yeah, it's 1G, I'm coming straight out the ditch, bro. Anybody out there listening, you got this. Times might be bad, but there's always gonna be another day. Keep grinding, keep hustling. Y'all let me shout out my team, the ones that brought me out. YT, JK, Tweezy, Big Boss Young Tizzy, Quality Music Management, Showshine Records, Pet Boy, Just a Dying Breath, the Island.
Yeah, for sure, man. So let's start with, man. Just tell people a little bit about like where you from and give us a little bit about your background. We'll start with that.
So originally, I grew up in Alabama most of my life, and then I got married, moved to Tennessee, moved back to Alabama, got divorced, got remarried, moved back to Tennessee again. About 2019, I kind of decided. I mean, I'd always wanted to do music and whatnot prior, but didn't really have the means back then. Until internet changed a lot of things for a lot of people.
Yeah, it made it a lot easier. Where BandLab and all these type of platforms made it easier.
Make music and do a lot of things that we do. And
Yeah.
at that point, I started doing spoken words, trying to navigate my way into things, and eventually started, making my own beats, recording, and came from there.
That's what's up. So when was it? What's your earliest like memory of music,
Mhm.
like hearing music or whatever? What's your earliest like memory of it?
Oh, my parents listened to a lot of rock and roll back in the day, so uh, generally it was rock and roll until I got to an age where I was finding my own music that I liked.
Yeah,
And some of the music I liked back then was, well, most people, MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice kind of got me started, and then I got into Tupac and just kind of went down the rabbit hole of finding different artists.
that's what's up. That's what's up. So when was it that you started getting into like you mentioned like your introduction was in with spoken word, but when was it that you started actually like writing your own music? And you said 2019, but were you doing it prior than that and you just weren't putting
I
it out?
always wrote, whether it was poetry, whether it was whatever. I would write constantly. I could be at work, and of course I worked retail, so and back then you had to make your own sale signs. Well, I'd take a sale sign, on the back of it was plain, and I'd just start writing on something as soon as I had something come to mind.
Yeah,
I'd take it home and write it down in my notebook or whatever. But I never actually made any full songs back then.
yeah. So who do you think that you mentioned like the artist that got you like started into it, but like who do you think is like your biggest like inspiration as far as like music?
Biggest inspiration music wise, I mean, shit. Grew up in the '90s. There was so many: DMX, Ja Rule, Lil Flip, Nelly, 504 Boys, Master P. I mean,
Yeah. It
we
definitely that was definitely a good era, you know, in the 90s and stuff.
8 Ball, MJG.
Yeah.
J. You
Yeah.
can't put any specifics on it because we just consumed music back in the day.
Yeah. Nah, for sure, for sure. So so what let's get into the clothing line. Tell people a little bit about that. Which I'm
So,
rocking it right now. Got the 1G
oh,
custom, get you a custom 1G from Joker Shadow Walker, man. One of a kind for sure.
custom Dirty Graffiti, one tone, 1G hat, shirts, kind of simplistic. I've got 1G on one side, one tone on the other, and Joker on the back of this one. But I've decked out pants, a lot of my shirts. Shit, like I said, a lot, fucking ton of hats. Yours, Tizzy, 12s, YT, Miss Heavy Duty Cutie, just to name a few that I've done for. Um, but yeah, I kind of, after I made the song 1G, everyone has merch,
Mm-hmm.
but I wanted to do something more with than just regular merchandise. I wanted to create a brand that actually had some meaning behind it, and thus 1G. The song kind of spawned that portion of the clothing line.
Yeah.
One tone kind of came up with me and my brother were tattooing one day, and just our normal conversation and thinking about how life is in itself and how the government tries to pit one person against another and blah blah blah. And it also came to that realization that, to me personally, there is no color. There is only different shades of one tone. We are all of one kind of people. We're just
Mm-hmm.
in different demographical areas that
Yeah.
we adapted to. So
Yeah.
why we're fighting each other is not because of, that. It's because of the system in itself that has created the division amongst, and you still see it day to day, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I agree with you though. It's definitely it's that divide and conquer, you know. It's to keep people
You and
bickering
me,
amongst each other so they don't have time to gain together and find out what's really the issue, you know.
you and me have had that conversation a couple times on your show. So, but
Yeah.
either way.
For sure, for sure. So now I like it though, because I like how it's like going to like handmade products and stuff. I mean, really, whenever that's really gotten lost in nowadays. Like everything is either made by computers, made by machines, made by AI. It's
Exactly.
handmade products are really losing.
People have gone to all these new because it's easier. Nobody wants to use their hands anymore to get themselves dirty and actually create something from their mind.
Yeah,
Everyone's like, oh, well, let me just use AI to create this and then put it on a t-shirt.
yeah.
Everything I do, I start from scratch. I start from a fresh hat out of a box, and I use my pens, my paints, and go to work.
Yeah. And it's because I think it's because you're doing it because it's like you're passionate about it and it's an art form to you. Whenever people are just printing out AI and putting them on shirts, that's not. I don't feel like they have passion in what they're doing. They're just trying to make money or they're trying to look a
To
certain
them, it's,
way.
it's about the bottom dollar.
Yeah,
Let me make a couple $1,000s to do this. Yeah, I want to make a couple $1,000s myself, but you know what? I'm going to work my ass off doing it through the ideas in my head. Not
yeah,
just, oh, I have the idea in my head. Let me use AI to do this for me. No, let me show these people what kind of talent I actually have.
yeah. So how do you feel about AI? Like, what's your take on it?
Well, there's been a lot of controversy around that. But for me, and because I've actually had people say things to me when I have used it, I've only used it a few times. I use it to help a little bit, but I'm not going to rely on it.
Yeah,
Like, for instance, if I'm making a post on Facebook and I don't have a particular graphic that I want to go with it, I might use an AI picture just to go along with whatever I've got to say.
yeah.
I've only done that a couple times. Other than that, I'm not a big fan of.
No, I agree. I think that if you're gonna use it for things that you lack, then that's okay. Like maybe like if you're, what I mean, like let's say that like you said, like maybe you're a recording artist and you just need a little, uh, some, photo for your project or something, but you're not good at that. Then it's something that like. But to my problem is people that use it all the way around. Like
Mm-hmm.
especially with music, whenever they use those prompts where they'll just be like, make me a trap song with these keywords and this and that, and then it's not even them singing on it. They didn't make the beat, they didn't write a single lyric, but then they want to post it and act like it's them. And it's the same with like with the AI art. It's just like, all right, if you go use AI art, that's fine. What I mean? It should be like, if I want to use it, then that's cool, but I shouldn't use it and then sell that to people. Like, what I mean?
Exactly.
Like you see these people and they hit up your inbox and then they try to use your name or something and send you like 3 little AI generated pictures with your name and then be like, oh, look what I can do. I can do this. And then
Mm-hmm.
want to charge you something. It's like, you just used a free app on a prompt. Like,
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You didn't do, what I mean? That's where my problem is with it. Whenever people try to take credit for it, if you're going to use AI, and like I said, you just go use it because maybe you're not strong in that department. So you're going to use it for whatever, that's good, man. Because if you don't do things like that, then you're gonna get lost with the time.
Yeah.
You're gonna be the last person riding a horse, and
At,
everybody's driving cars.
at the same time, even if you're starting to learn how to do something,
Mm-hmm.
which will inevitably go into the next song, Dripology, I created the video.
Yeah.
Don't know what I'm doing, but you know what? I tried my hand at it.
Yeah.
If you don't try something without using AI, then how are you going to learn to do anything?
Yeah, and you'll never be good at it. Like every time. That's what people don't realize is you're gonna suck at stuff for a while till you work your way out of it.
Beats that I've made, whether it's been the graphics that I've made, now this video that I've done, this is all me learning. So this is a whole new journey of learning to do things that I've never actually done. I've never learned from anybody. I've talked to a few people, got a few tips and tricks, but other than that, it's all a learning process for me.
Yeah. And I think that's what's crazy too with the day that we live in. With like now we see the whole process. Like, you know what I mean? Like, think about it. It used to be like an artist or somebody would just pop up, and by the time we see them, they're already perfected. They already got their craft down. They're already, you know what I mean, ready for the camera type shit. Like now with social medias, we're seeing them. We're seeing the good and the bad and the ugly and the whole projects coming up. You know what I mean? Which is good and bad, because it's bad because sometimes maybe you're not at your best, and some people only go give you one chance. So some people, they might check you out whenever you're at your worst, and then they not, you know, but at the same time, once you come up, then those people are gonna come back around, because those are the sheep followers anyway. You know what I mean? That aren't gonna give somebody a second chance. They're just gonna be like some trolls, you know. But it definitely, that's why I feel like, but you gotta watch what you put out too, because you gotta make sure that everything that you put out is the best that you can at that time. I feel like as long as you do that, then you're good.
It's also what do you want to be perceived as well?
Yeah.
That's the other big thing is in this day and age, it's not so much gimmicks, because let's face it, there used to be gimmicks behind a lot of artists.
Mm-hmm.
Now people want to see real, and that's kind of where, you know, I've always been that way. What you see is what you get.
Yeah.
You might see me at my lowest, you might see me at my best.
Yeah. No, I agree, because and the thing is, if you're real, then you don't have to remember how to be. You know what I mean? Like if somebody who lies all the time, or somebody who always tries to keep a facade, you know, you can't do that 24/7. But if you're just real, and I think that's why, like, streaming, for instance, has taken off the way it has, because people got tired of like that YouTube influencer, like, hey, everybody, smash that subscribe button, let's go, like that fakeness, you know.
And you see that shit on TikTok a lot.
Yeah, especially TikTok.
Oh, the algorithm has changed.
But that's why. But look how short them videos are, though, and that's why, because they can only be fake for so long. Like, you can't put this person on a stream like this and do an hour-long stream and then be like that consistently. There's going to be a point that they're going to break their character.
Whether it's art that speaks for itself, my music speaks for itself. Any of the TikToks I've done, whether it's random thoughts, random inspiration, just throwing my art out there.
Mm-hmm.
You get me. Yeah. I am who I am. I have nobody else, you know.
So what's the difference with the different clothing lines? Are they just different like spinoffs off of, like, what's the main one? Like, tell people about that aren't familiar.
Well, they're kind of spinoffs in a sense, because again, it started with 1G, then One Tone came to be, and then Dirty Graffiti. Dirty Graffiti kind of came up as I was showing people, you know, the 1G brand. I'm showing people my One Tone brand. And I get a guy that comes into my store a lot, and we talk briefly. And it was actually kind of partially his idea, in the fact he's like, I got an idea for you. You take it how you want, throw your spin on it. I'm just going to give you 2 words. And the 2 words were Dirty Graffiti. And I took it from there. And not only did I take it from there, I spawned it into my own little collage of brands. You know, I am from the South. And there's a lot of times back in the day we spelled dirty with 2 R's. Hence, and then graffiti, I spell it the way it sounds, not the way it's spelled.
Okay.
So it gives it its own uniqueness.
Yeah. For sure. So tell people a little bit about growing up in the South.
Growing up in the South was interesting. I mean, if you consider the history of our world and the way it was perceived, whether there's facts in a lot of that, yes, there is, but then there's a lot of fabrication to a lot of things within our world, as we both and everybody knows. In this day and age, we're finding all these truths out. But growing up in the South, it was different. In the South, and especially in the 80s and 90s, there was a lot of racism. And luckily, I didn't have to deal with too much of it, because I was around everybody.
Yeah.
I had friends that, like, again, this all goes back to my One Tone ideology. That's how I feel. And that's how it was back then. We didn't mark a person because of the color of their skin. We judged you by the character that you were, your loyalty, your respect of people, and just how you were in general. If you're a dick, then you're going to be ostracized away from everybody else. If you're a cool cat, hey, we're all going to get along. We're all going to have fun. We all got the same goals.
So,
However, on the other side of that coin, I had to deal with some of the most racist motherfuckers out there because they didn't like people with my kind of ideology. They tried to recruit me at one point. I told them, fuck off. Not my cup of tea. Unfortunately, in the South, that shit still exists. But again, there's been several people that I have to agree with, and Morgan Freeman said it best, is one of the best ways to get rid of it is to stop fucking talking about it. But the problem is the government, these news media outlets keep it going. They keep poking that bear.
that's the program. You know, that's the way it's supposed to be. It's the program. You know,
Yeah.
they figured out. They spent billions of dollars to figure out how to keep control of us as a society. You know, that's what it comes down to.
But other than that, the majority of people, they figured it out. They're not gonna take this bullshit propaganda.
Yeah, the thing is I feel like, especially with like, because the internet opened up the rabbit holes, because it used to be like it was easier to bullshit people.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like it used to be like, you know, like think about it, like you used to have to like either find a book or just take somebody's word for stuff. You know what I mean? But now it's like you could easily like check things, but at the same time, they've learned to put in like milk it down with so much bullshit. Like I believe that they just put out bullshit to make it so like even though there's truth in it, but you got to go through so much bullshit and ridiculousness to even get to the truth that whenever you come out, you look crazy and talk about it. You know.
the sad part is they put it in music, they put it in movies. I mean, it's everywhere. You can sit through the bullshit and you're gonna find the truth one way or another.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially. And it's crazy to me because I was thinking about the other day. Happy New Year's to Christy for sure. I was thinking about the other day that it's like nowadays we have like so much information, like all information like in our hands right here, like more than any civilization has ever been able to, you know. But at the same time, we're kind of the dumbest civilization because we can't even get around without a Google map now. Like, you know what I mean? Like people that used to be able to follow stars and shit.
You have all this information, right? But you have so much misinformation just as well. So you have to sift through all that just to find.
Hold on one second. I gotta get my charger. My bad. Hold on one second.
You got to find the truth in every little thing because there is so much out there that to find the truth, you have to dig.
Mm-hmm.
But the notion, as things have progressed, especially in the last, since COVID, and this goes into conspiracy theories. You and I've had that conversation too. Is apparently around the time of COVID, there was supposed to have been another great reset, and COVID stopped it. And that's why more people have woken up to finding out all this information. And much like the Epstein files, they were supposed to have been released years ago, never got released, but that's neither here nor now.
Yeah. No, I agree with it. I agree with you completely, man. And it's crazy because it's like even with me, like I went through like stages where I was like getting into stuff and researching things like Bohemian Grove and all this type of stuff. And then it gets to a point where, you know, you kind of learn to accept it. Like you're just like, I don't even really want to keep learning about this shit because it just, you feel like you can't really do nothing about it. And then so it's like you just learn to accept that that's just the way shit is. And I feel like that's kind of how societies like came to like we know the government lies to us. We know that the news is full of shit. You know, COVID, we know that was all bullshit. Like at this point, like, you know, not bullshit. Like if people didn't really get sick, but it didn't like the vaccines and stuff really fucked a lot of people up.
Oh, yeah. I bet you a lot of people are definitely glad they didn't take that shot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that did and I understand the reasons behind why a lot of people did. I don't fault anybody for it, but at the same time, I personally didn't do it.
But think how fucked up it is that they made it where it's like people they would lose their job, lose their livelihood if they didn't take it. Like
Mhm.
that's crazy. Like you know what I mean?
I was on that chopping block myself.
Yeah.
You guys need to let me know right now. Do I need to find another job? Because I'm not taking this.
Yeah. Yeah, Flanito. Now we're not playing music right now. We're just doing an interview. But if you want to send it to my email, we could play it on Sunday on the stream. But yeah, man, this shit's crazy, man. So I'm gonna play this other video that you sent. It's kind of live in the mood a little bit. Before this live gets shut down. Because
Yeah,
we're
we
keeping it too
know about the whole Russia thing.
real. All right, so let me get the screen. I wonder if I share this screen. Hold on, I'll have to I think I'll have to open it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it like this. It's like a YouTube short, right?
Yeah, it's a YouTube short.
Okay. Well, because they just start playing as soon as I click it, so that's why I gotta try to. We might just have to watch it twice.
But yeah, this one's called Dripology. Again, it kind of showcases and talks about the clothing lines and kind of
Okay, here it is. Got it.
in making some of this clothing.
I'm what you call a dripologist, a one-of-a-kind designist. Tagging this and that, dirty graffiti, we all that. You stay in that Gucci lane, 1G the real thing. One song, because we all together, man. That's this is the dirtiest everything about graffiti. All but me, the things that come to my brain, yo. Throw on some tracks and tackle that what we can. Some come clean, but the vibers ain't vibing. Yo, stop. Rethink, find something else, and back at it again. No sweat, no quit, get fit with the one-of-a-kind drill. Yep, that's it. Dripology. There be many kinds of drip. Hand design, direct transport, PFT, embroidery, airbrush, acid wash. That's a whole lot of drip. Get shuffled into a mix. As for me, I did that one-of-a-kind fashionably designed. So keep your friends near Louis and Gucci. I'm for that all-American made, 1G. That's made by me, one song, my ideology. We EST, the DIRRTY graffiti. Set up shop with hood cream. Cause when you got it on you, it's gonna feel good. Paint it up, transfer it out, trip it all the way out. Drip, 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 dripology. Drip, 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 dripology. Drip, 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 dripology.
That beat's tight as fuck. Where'd you get that? Who did that beat? That beat was fucking sick.
I make all my own beats.
Yeah, no, that beat was tight. I like that sample. That here we go, here we go. This
Luckily,
was dope.
the way I create my beats, it has certain little boxes that I can use. So
For sure. So let's talk about the Harley and Joker Asylum podcast. Tell people a little bit about that.
So the Harley and Joker Asylum podcast is basically a place where we come to vent our frustrations, but at the same time leave some sort of positive impact on the world because we all have issues. Some of us are just more open about them than others. So we get on there and we talk about random things. We have what you would call what the fuck moments, and those are generally things that we find within our world that you can literally go, what the fuck did I just read this?
So give us an example of a couple what the fuck moments.
Let's see. I actually got one. There was one where a guy had went out on a date with this girl. They had met off Tinder. And he takes her to a bank, robs the bank, and uses her as the getaway on their first ever date. So it's like, what the fuck?
So all right. So what would you do in that situation? Let's say you're sitting there, you pull up, she's just like, hold on, I gotta go get some money out the bank real quick. She goes in and she just comes out, alarms going off. She got a bag, people screaming,
Well,
baby's crying, and she jumps in the car and looks at you like, go, what are you doing?
I'm getting the fuck up out of here. Shoot.
You gonna take off in the car
Yeet, I'm gone.
with her in it?
Without, I don't care.
See, I'm not gonna let her get in the car. As soon as I seen her running out like that, I'm gonna lock the door and drive off. I ain't being involved in that.
No, I'm not going for somebody else for something stupid.
Yeah, I ain't going down for no shit like
Those
that.
of them have what you call squirrel moments, and that's where you have a train of thought, and that thought goes right out the fucking window,
Yeah.
and can't remember what the hell you was gonna say.
I think it's like that fight and flight too type shit, like where you're just like, like it's like who knows really what you do in a situation like that.
You really
You know what
don't
I
know.
mean? You know?
There's what the fuck's all over the place. I mean, and that's just one example.
Yeah. I like it. So where do y'all usually find y'all's inspirations for the what the fuck moments?
All you got to do is be on Facebook for 5 minutes, talk 5 minutes. You gonna find something that you gonna
Just
read.
pay attention. All you gotta do is pay attention to what's going on in the world.
Between that, the few people I do talk to, they send me some of the most random shit, and I'm just like, I could use this for the show. What the fuck?
So all right, so I think I kind of interrupted you, but you were talking about the with the what the fuck moments. But so you're talking about the Asylum show, and y'all talk about mental health, people's problems. You talk about lots of things, right?
And women's, because let's face it, granted, most people don't give a shit what us men go through,
Mm-hmm.
but there's times where, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to speak my mind. I'm going to tell you how I feel about this, this, and this. What I do to compensate, what I do to get myself out of a depressive state, or to do this, or, to keep going. And
Mm-hmm.
again, music is one of those therapies that I use. And you can see that through some of the things, some of the tracks that I make. Frustrated being one of them. I didn't send it to you, but it's one of those things I just kind of threw together in a quick minute just to get it out of my head, and I put it out. And that's what a lot of these shorts are. I'll do those, or I'll do stuff that's inspiring, like 1G, Dripology. There's a song called Lifestyles that will be on an EP that is coming out soon. So, I mean,
Nah,
we use it. That means.
yeah, I think it's important for people, especially men, to be vulnerable to inspire others. You know what I
Well,
mean? Because
the
we're
problem,
taught not to show nothing, and
the
I
pro-
think that needs to be rewritten. You know?
it does, but the problem is because of society standards, too many people are afraid to use that factor. But
Mhm.
it's a notion, and it's been found a lot more often, and it's very common that when us men actually do decide to become vulnerable in that aspect, it gets used against us. So why even bother?
Yeah, and I feel like it's because like half people go laugh at you, and then the people that are really gonna relate to it, those people are gonna be more quieter. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? So because the hate's always louder than the love. You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean? So whenever you do something and you're vulnerable, you put yourself out there on a limb like that, then it's easy just to be like fuck that and go back to your comfort place, because it's like. But the thing is though, you gotta remember that not everybody in that room was making noise. Like just because the people that were hating were louder doesn't mean that the people that needed it. Just like sometimes I'll be making some kind of sad music, and people be like, "Why you make music so sad?" I'm like, or depressing. I'm like, it's only depressing because you're not going through it. Like somebody who's going through some shit, that music's uplifting to them. You know what I mean? Like just like if you're going through some shit and you put on some sad music, it don't make you sadder. It just kind of inspires you. Like you don't feel alone. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like if you're doing good, you don't want to hear no sad music. But if you're
Songs,
sad, that's what you want to listen to. You know?
songs like "Love Comes, Love Goes" that you and
Yeah,
T redone. That's a prime example.
yeah, for sure.
My Apple playlist, by the way.
I appreciate that.
But
Nah,
yeah,
so
I mean, that's one of those songs that it gives you both sides of the mood.
yeah,
It's relatable.
yeah. And that's the most important thing as an artist, is to be either relatable or inspiring. I feel like, you know,
And always be authentic.
yeah, and be authentic.
Else. There's too
Yeah,
many copies out there. There's a lot of clickbaiting out there. There's a lot of gatekeeping out there, and I've spoken on both of those things too. But like again, I've chose to get away from that side of music and focus more on more positive things, and talk more about my clothing to push it a little bit more.
so when can people find the asylum? It's Fridays, right? Fridays at
Fridays generally at 7 o'clock, depending on if I'm at work, which we call solitary. Other than that, it's usually going to be about 12 o'clock noonish on Fridays.
okay.
Do have radio shows, and you will never know when we're going to pop up. So all I can just suggest is follow the page, and you never know. I might pop in, she might pop in. We both might just have a random show together. You never know what's going to happen.
For sure. For sure. So let's get into what's your plans for 2026?
2026 is probably going to be the biggest release that I've ever done musically, which is the CP. I'm focusing on doing more with the clothing. Been trying out some new ideas, doing some new things to make things a little bit crazier, a little bit more unique, not just the hand painted, fabric painted. Talking about, throwing chains on stuff and doing this, just doing some new shit.
Yeah. Just trying to push it, and that's being an artist, is like you said, like you got to just try things, and try things that are unproven.
And it's for me. The thing is, for me, with all the information out there on how you can do this, this, and this, I choose to do it myself without watching somebody else. I want to discover my own ways. So I might do the same style, 30 hats, 40 hats for 6 months. Then I might, hey, let me try this. Let me see if what this will do. And I've been recently doing that because I've been getting more stuff to kind of push into the new direction that I want to go with it.
So where can people find your clothing line? Where can people find that at?
Right now, just on my Facebook. I had a site at one point in time, but I didn't like the layout, didn't like a lot of things about it, and so I'm searching lately a new place to put my stuff. So.
You know what I hate about them sites is like they'll be like, you can get a site for whatever, it'd be like $10 a month or something, but that's just for the domain, and then it's like if you want to add pictures, then it's another $5, and they just keep adding to the package, and then to get a real website, it's like it'll be 100 up. It's like I hate it.
And for someone like me, who I might sell one hat every 3 months, that's not going to be very profitable for me if I was to do this on a long-term basis. I've actually added up the price of what it would take for me to be able to do this full time versus my normal job. I would, just for hats alone, I would have to sell 16,000 hats in a year just to make enough for me to get by.
Yeah.
That's
a lot of hats.
That's a lot of hats.
Yeah.
I mean, the ideas can be there. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
That's the part. But it's people that are going to see it and think, hey, I really like that. It's unique. It's one of a kind. You'll never see it again. And that's how I roll.
For sure. So what's so Facebook is the best way to get a hold of you with the clothing line and to follow the show, right? Is the show just on Facebook, or y'all on YouTube?
It's on YouTube now as well.
Okay.
I'm working towards getting more stuff going for a lot of this, but it's taking time, and I got to decipher where do I want to put my finances at in between all the things that I do. So
just like Tweezy said, you gotta trust the process.
Yeah, one, got to trust the process. Two, you invest where you can
Yeah.
without breaking the bank.
So let's talk about quality music management. How was it that you got involved with quality music management?
I got involved with them through JK many, many years ago, shortly after I started. So, they've helped direct some of my path, per se, as far as knowledge about certain things within the industry, what to do, what not to do, how to improve. So I take those things very seriously, and I'm pretty sure anybody, including yourself, because you're there, you're in, you've been in some of the meetings where
Yeah.
we talk about these things on how to improve ourselves as artists, and I think I've come a long way from
Yeah,
what
no, you definitely have, for sure. Definitely a good place for artist development,
it is definitely a great place for.
and support, just all around support too, because I feel like humans we're tribal, like people want to be involved, they want to be in a tribe, they want to be in a group. That's why there's so many of these online, uh, groups now and stuff, and
There is.
like I was just watching the thing, and like online cults are a new thing. Like a lot of these people are in these Facebook groups, and they're really in cults, but they don't even realize it because they're just,
You look at one of the most long-standing groups out there, and I have nothing against them, but the Insane Clown Posse has created one hell of a cult following.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're considered a gang now by the
That's
FBI.
crazy if you ask me, but
Yeah.
that.
I think it's crazy because like I feel like gangs have to have some sort of network. Like I feel like a gang should be like they have drug activity. It's like there's kind of structure. Like just being a cult following to a group, you know what I mean? That what do y'all have in common? Y'all all just listen to Insane Clown Posse and have Hatchet Men tattoos. Like that's not really a gang to me.
I've seen.
Yeah. Like they might stand up for each other. Like if they see, a fellow juggalo getting beat up, they probably go over there and help them out. But that's not really gang. To me, gangs have to be more networking.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's more, and there's a lot of those. That's just a prime example because it's one of the most long-standing.
Yeah.
That's been known.
I know a lot of cool juggalos. There's actually a lot of juggalo groups that be like following my music and
A
shit.
lot of people, have considered me as part of one of those, and I'm like, yes, I did listen to ICP at one point in time. I still listen to them here and there.
Yeah.
But just because my name's Joker Shadow Walker does not associate with that sort of.
Yeah.
Mine came from a different way, a different meaning.
Yeah.
And
yeah, for sure. Like, cause I remember, I think it was called, it's that Great Malenko album. That album went hard. That one where it's all like, went down the hallway. It's a long way. It takes all day. Like their music. I like their music because it's not I really like always listen to, but it's cool that they ran and did that. You know what I mean? Took that like carnival horror type category. Like where they can say it's almost like a South Park thing, like where South Park can say anything and nobody really gets offended because it's a cartoon. It's like they can put on face paint and nobody's gonna get offended that they're talking about fucking fat bitches or killing people, chopping them up because they know that it's not real. Like, you know what I mean? Like
it was their way to vent their frustrations about life in the way that they knew how to do it.
Yeah. And the thing is, though, is like, because the thing about it on the other way with like hip hop is like these kids.
I'm not per se a big Eminem fan, but you look at Eminem, he's done pretty much the same thing in a different way.
Yeah, but Eminem changed. Like Eminem used to be cool, but now he's just all anti, and he like, you know what I mean? He's like, come on, like he's so like corporate and so like it's like he can't even speak his mind really no more. So he can say certain things about other rappers, but he can't speak his mind about shit. Like you don't hear him talking shit about politicians, like how he used to have songs talking shit, fuck George Bush, all that shit. Now he's over here doing rallies for presidents and anti-gun fucking shit. Like, come on, like you got to know your lane. That's how I feel like,
My stance with that is, as much of a performer anybody is, that should not give them use their platform for that particular reason.
Yeah.
If you have a political view, that should be personal.
Yeah.
away from whatever you do musically, artistically, whatever.
Yeah.
Set that alone. I mean, everyone's going to have their opinion on what is what. I mean, personally, I think, there's a lot of corruption that we need to start over. But you know what? That's just my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Like, especially whenever it's like we look to these celebrities, like I forgot what it was. Somebody had a joke about it. I think it was like Dave Chappelle or something, and he was talking about like 9/11 and how MTV was like, now we're gonna see what Ja Rule has to say, and it's like, who the fuck cares about what Ja Rule has to say about 9/11? You know what I'm saying? Like,
still on him anyway. So I mean, hey.
So have you seen the new Diddy documentary about 50? No, you ain't seen it.
Away from a lot of There's certain things I watch, but I watch for entertainment purposes. Other than that, I don't have to go on and watch it because you're going to see enough about it on Facebook or TikTok. So
yeah, you go hear about it regardless, whether you want to watch it or not.
Yeah,
for sure. All right, man. Well, so before we wrap it up, is there anything that you want to touch on? Anything you want to add?
Not really. I'm just like this hat I'm working on now. I'm working on a Tennessee Bhillz hat.
That's what's up. So before we jump off here, tell people one more time where they can follow you, where they can find you, where they can contact you.
Whether it's Joker Shadow Walker, whether it's Robert Sherman, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. That's the main place you can find me.
For sure. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you, man, for sure.
For having me, man.
Yeah, and everybody have a good New Year, man, for sure.
Don't forget to tune in every Friday, anywhere between 12 o'clock or 7 o'clock for the Asylum Podcast. And every Sunday morning, go check out the Bhillz Show. You won't be disappointed. And by the way, if you're a musician, send your music in. We'll gladly play it. All you gotta do is send.
You're right, man. Let's go.
Love me or hate me. Ooh, hey. Thugging, are you snaking me? Hey. Love me or hate me. Don't know what you would do. Thugging, are you snaking me? Don't be one of the two. Time after time, you done showed me the lie after lie. Never told me the truth. Love me or hate me. Don't know what you would do. Thugging, are you snaking me? Don't be one of the two. Time after time, you done showed me the lie after lie. Never told me the truth. You changed, it'll never be the same with you.
So high, can't see the ground. So fly, can't be seen around. So I will be leaving now. Smell like I've been held a pound. There's nothing you can tell me now. Let's just need another round. I see these evils all around.
We smoke switches when we running shit. Y'all don't even know what this my other bitch. Mr. Miyagi, I'm sipping sake and blowing switches. Hard to take a L when you always winning. I was capping like they want it, they ain't on it though. Just to make him mad, I call his favorite hoe.
Time after time, you done showed me the truth.
And I don't need no watch. I don't need no watch. Swear my heart beat. She's a baby. They say it is a gift. I feel like it's a curse. And I don't need no watch. I know it's my time. I don't know the nights.
Baby girl, like how you moving, you know ain't no giving up. Say that you need me, know I had enough.
Just try not to lose your soul. I feel a little lost today. I feel like I lost my way. I feel a little lost today. I guess it's just the cost you pay.
The red pill, then that means that you are free from the fake
Red pill.
matrix, whatever life, and then you get to see reality. So
that red pill. The red pill's where it's at.
He made his name off of the red pill.
All my people get the checking in. We will not
Finally my turn on some cypher shit. Yeah. Man so ready, I crack this lit. You already know how long I've been on, yeah. I was 7 picking up the microphone.
Pimp tongue. Pimp.
Divine.
Hey. Voicemail full, phone can't even ring no more. They triple.
I'm on that other
Hold up. Wait, stop.
Get my
No, I'm not in the mood.